Hello and welcome back to my Fire Red Nuzlocke. We are on episode 4, I do believe, and we are coming back right before the cave here. Last episode we trained up some new dudes, and we are getting ready to basically make our way through the cave, train them up a little bit more, and hopefully we will not we will not lose any more of our friends, because we've already lost our poor boy Locke. And you know that hits close to home for everyone, I'm sure. But enough of that nonsense. We're gonna move on here. I've noticed that I keep doing it. I have this terrible cadence about me where I will interject. There it is again. And in between most of my sentences. I just know that I'm actively trying not to now. It's hard. And it's occupying most of my mental acumen. So if we lose a Pokemon, I'm going to blame it on that. But Trainer Jill would like to battle with a Lilith. Hey, we saw your evolved form earlier. I think, got it, that we can keep you in. I don't know, but poison moves won't hurt us, and grass shouldn't be too bad. Let's see how a Peck does this. Okay, not very good, but that's not going to do very good for him either. So we're gonna keep pecking. I'm so sorry. I'll stop drawing attention to it. I'll stop trying to make mention of it, make notice of it, because I'm only making the problem worse for myself and for you, I'm sure, if you're listening. But I will be trying to catch myself when I do it. So last episode we lost Locke and made our way through, caught some boys, caught some girls. Actually, I don't even know if we caught any girls or boys. I gotta be honest with you. But Bufflix, we're gonna swap out. So we did catch a girl. Okay, I'm not crazy. But yeah, last episode was recorded. It's part of, my goodness, the last set of videos I did before scheduling for upload. Today, actually, would be the first day of actual uploads for me. If you are watching any of my concurrent series, or if anyone's out there at all, this is, you gotta stop doing that. Today is the first day of videos being live. My Isaac video, first real video on the channel goes up today. I'm not the most proud of it. It's, you know, it's an iterative process. We're learning as we go. I hope that as time goes on, I'm hoping I can change some bad habits, much like my don't want to sound like Jeff Goldblum. The conspiracy theory, chaos theory, water droplets coming down your hand. But we're going on. You know, I'm very nervous. Today being the first day of real videos going up, of people being able to see what I'm doing here. I still don't know if anyone's engaging with it. I shared it with a couple friends who mean a lot to me. Sure, another elite, huh? That is a weird coincidence here. But shared it with a couple friends who are very near and dear to me. If you're watching, hi Chris and Christina, love you guys. But who knows if they're gonna watch what I'm doing? Probably not. I don't expect them to. You know, that'd be terrible of me just to be like, you have to watch what I'm doing. Because I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this to have some fun. And if they don't dig it, that's okay. I'm not gonna hold it against them. And if anyone out there is watching this, and you know, at some point you decide to get off the train, you decide that old Joe here is not up to snuff, keep saying a lot. Feel free to hop off if you gotta. I'd rather keep you around, but if you're not feeling it, that's okay. It's okay. We're all on different paths, and if your path ever crossed mine, lucky for having known you. But enough philosophy from a guy who doesn't even show his face. Such a coward I am. Nah, someday, I'm sure. I'm not afraid of my face. I know I'm goofy looking, but that's okay. not as goofy looking as Cacturn. Cacturn's the real edgy 14-year-old of Pokemon, eh? The real saw Batman with Heath Ledger's Joker and was like, that's me. That's who I want to be. Nothing wrong with that, I guess. Well, there is. He's kind of a murdering psychopath. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with that aesthetic necessarily. I'm not judging you for it. But speaking of Pokemon here for just a second, I know who wants to talk about that. I'm sure all of you. But this area normally has Paris in it, and we're going to see what the normal encounter would be with it being randomized, because we don't know if it's anything. We don't know what it is. So let's find out what we would have had instead of Paris. And Absol. We disrespect dark types in this house, for sure. But Absol honestly has a chance. I quite like the design of Absol. I like the one horn or wing or whatever that is, and then the tail also looks like a horn or wing or whatever. It's a neat design. I like the dog style of it mixed with kind of weird bat-like or avian things to bring in the real dark type influence. I dig it. I dig it. Sand move I'll probably never use. I'm sorry. You'll notice as I go through Pokemon here, I'm very, very aggressive in my battling style, and that's because for the most part in it's mainline story Pokemon, you don't have to play defensive. You don't have to play a Zubat. Huh? Does that mean Zubat is English is hard. Clefairy? I don't know. I haven't seen Zubat up top. It's crazy that there's a Zubat here at all, given that that's a normal encounter that would be in these caves. But given that's level 9, I think that's our Clefairy. Well, that would have been a nightmare if we like spent a repel or some such, only to find out that we saved up all of that energy just to get a Zubat. Don't get me wrong, Crobat's pretty good. Golbat, I'll pass. I don't want a Golbat, but if you got a orange male. Hey, the Joe mail. How you doing? Glad we got some fan mail. Let's see if it says anything. For our first fan mail, guys, Zigzagoon. Wow. Check it out. A little Zigzagoon on there. Can I write on this? Can I? I want to toss this. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna give this to Seal. Our best joke. I can write on this. Oh, wonderful. What a world we live in. Are we writing our own fan mail here? I don't know what to write. What would be good? Oh no. They've given me too much power. I can... Genius! That's me! I'm so sorry that I called myself a genius. What do we got here? There's some laughing for you. That's what I'm doing. What else we got? Is there an It's pretty close. Pretty close. Let's see if we can get an in there. That's very signature me. Oh yeah. Oops. Shocked sigh. That's close. That's pretty close. I definitely think roar. Yep. I think we gotta go with we called ourselves a genius. We said sorry. We laughed about it. We went What else we got in here? What else can I say? I don't even know. This is even so, even with all of this nonsense going on, I don't know if this is a good way to follow it up. This is riveting television. I don't know if I don't know if any of you are following along. It may be too late for me to save this bit. I'm having fun with it. Let's see if we can have some fun with it. Literally. It's pretty funny. No, we can't do that. Let's see. This is some people too late to play the game. People want me playing the game, but I'm not. I'm having too much fun doing something so stupid that we're gonna end it here. You know, we're gonna find an ending. It's too late to play. How is A an ending? How are these endings? How? Isn't it? Even so, too late play, isn't it? we're gonna keep that. That is our message. We're keeping that with Seal. That is our first fan mail. It's written by us. Oh, that's so wonderful. Oh, I can't believe that something so stupid is allowed to happen. I can't believe that we found orange mail. Where's Zubat? Found orange mail. Our namesake. Well, being fair, we weren't named after mail, but we were named after a male. But the fact that we found it and we're able to just go, you know what, we're gonna write our own first fan mail. I can't believe something so stupid happened so early. About 10 minutes in, but so early in this run. What a kickoff here for a Nuzlocke. But we'll try. Yeah. Ooh, actually, that's scary. Isn't it? Nah, we're fine. But as I was saying, with these series going up that I've been recording, I recorded the first 5 episodes of Isaac in one sitting. I just sat down and was like, being fair, I've been very, very timorous about YouTube, very scared to do this. No good reason. I just have anxiety, I guess. I was just like, locked up doing it, felt that it wasn't worth it, but as time has gone on, as I've grown a bit more confident here, I've realized that it doesn't matter. I'm not doing this to make a career out of it. No one's even watching it, maybe. Please watch. Please subscribe. No, I kid you. But no one, at least from the offset here, we're going to train up Straw Lady a little bit. No one from the offset is this for. English is hard. This isn't for anyone at the offset other than me. This is just for me to have some fun. And once I kind of got that in my old noodle here, in the old dome piece. Yes, got the poison. Once that kind of set in, I started being more okay with recording, and I just decided one day, because I have a good friend, if you're watching this and haven't heard of her, her name is actually Frequency, with 2 Y's. She's on YouTube, she's on Twitch, great friend, she has a lot of fun with her stuff, she's good editor too. The first video she ever put up on her YouTube channel, which as the time of me recording this is her only video so far, but if she does more, I high hopes for it, because she did an insanely good job with the edit on that. With it's a music compilation with her playing some games on stream, and it lines up with the music. It's incredible. But her going ahead and streaming, getting a little bit of a following, that's kind of scary. Playing some games on stream and uploading to YouTube really kind of gave me the confidence to give it a shot myself. Now, someone I went to high school with is in a pretty successful YouTube run. He's sitting at just under I think just under 60,000 or under 70,000 subscribers. Like he's making a good run of it, honestly, and his videos are getting a lot of views. He has one of his videos is easily north of 400,000 views, which is insane to me. You know, I won't be name dropping him just because I don't know if he'd be cool with that. He and I haven't been friends for quite some time. Not that not that there's necessarily any tea to be spilled there. I don't need what is this? Was episode 4? Let me find out what episode this actually is here. I'm so sorry that my audio cut out there for the game. There it is. It's back. We're back. Sorry you had to hear just my voice. No one wants to hear that. But yes, this is episode 4. I don't need episode 4 of my first of 2 series to start a controversy. There's nothing wrong. There's no bad blood. He and I have talked since then, which is we're not friends anymore. This stuff happens, you know? Life happens. We moved away, went to different schools, became different people, got different friends. It happens. It's okay. Part of life. There's no sense in being upset about it. No sense in being down because we lost a friend or because a friend has more success than us. You know, I'm incredibly proud of him. Couldn't be happier that someone I know is actually making a legitimate run on YouTube. It's incredible to me that someone is able to do that and has a following. And I hope that he sees nothing but success going forward. Now, can I can I evilly be like, well, what if I did it too? Of course, but that's not my aim, not my goal. I'm here to have fun, and that's really kind of what I'm aiming for in most of what I do. I'm pretty easygoing. I'm not looking to shake the pillars of the earth. I'm just looking to goof around, talking to the void, and maybe someone will talk back one day, and maybe that'll be the day I decide, you know what, I'm out. But not really. I just you know, I don't know. I'm enjoying what I'm doing right now, and I don't wanna. I don't want to look at these people around me like Frequency and like the other the fellow there, and look at them and go, wow, they're so great. I must be that too, because that's not fair. You know, they're unique people. I'm a unique person. I'm creating an entirely different content style than either of them. Like, not even remotely close. I haven't dabbled in streams, although someday I might. You know, there's some interest. There's some reason for that. I might. There's a couple games I'd like to play on stream that I don't think I could play on YouTube. So, you know, really, I'm just saying, open your wallets, open your hearts, and donate to Joe. No, but I'm not opposed to streaming. It's just I would rather do the easier job first of making YouTube videos where I don't have to be live. Well, I mean, with my quote-unquote editing, and by that I mean lack thereof for my YouTube style that I'm adopting, at least early on. I have, you know, I'm effectively live. I'm not. I would have to screw up pretty sincerely to cause myself to edit right now. Like, sure, with Isaac we had the lost episode. Episode 2 was a lost episode, if you can believe it. If you haven't watched Isaac, oh, what an unbelievable screw up. Like, I can't believe that I managed to do that. Also, can we talk about, for just a second, the game? How this Snorlax is just absolutely setting up on us? Like, I can hardly damage this guy. He's not doing a whole lot of damage to me back, but what a tanky boy. Unbelievable. He just keeps going, too. But anyway, I'm not going to compare myself to their channels, because it would be foolish to. There's no sense in, you know, looking up and going, I have to be like them, and clawing my way forward. Sure, I can look at their channels and go, here's what I think they're doing really well, and I would like to be like that. I'd like to aspire to do these things. But never should I ever act like their success should be mine. Because it shouldn't. They worked for it. They did it. They went out and got it. And I, again, couldn't be more proud of them, honestly. For me, I'm here now. I'm trying it. Not expecting success, not expecting to have a great time. Hoping, sure. But what I'm really expecting out of this is that I have a good time, and I play a couple games I wanted to play for a long time. And that's kind of it. You know, I wanted to complete a Nuzlocke, and this is my earnest attempt at it. May not look like it at all times. I may look like an idiot. I may. Yeah, we're gonna put out Moon again. It may look like I invite tragic irony when I mention, hey, if explosion happens, we're gonna send Locke in front of it, and then guess what? A self-destruct happens, and we send Locke in front of it. And I don't want to invite tragic irony or anything like that, and I especially don't with these comments about, you know, aspirational futures. But I'm just here to have fun and beat up swimmer female Jacqueline. Take that, swimmer Jacqueline. Kind of hard to swim with glasses, isn't it, nerd? I would know. I have glasses too. Got me. Haha. Anyway, that was right on top of swimmer Jacqueline there. Got another Cactune, but I'm sitting at a point right now where I have no commitment to. We'll be okay to go back and eat now. Where I have no commitment to trying to be the best like no one ever was. He says while playing Pokemon. But, you know, I have no commitment to try and be the best YouTuber, to try and be someone that everyone has to watch, because there's no point in starting with the idea that I will be the top. Now I can want, But I know I'm never gonna actually achieve such an insane goal. What I can achieve is I can achieve hanging out, having some fun, and if people like that, which I hope they do, but if people like that, great. You know, I'd love to have some people to hang out with, to have watch what I'm doing, and if no one digs it and it's just for me and I end up giving it up one day, that's okay too. This doesn't have to be a defining moment in my life. This can just be what I do to spend some free time, what I do to have some fun while I have the time right now. And that's kind of it. I'm here to hang out, here to put my voice out there. Hopefully it's a voice worth listening to. You know I may not have the most easy listening voice in the world. I know some people have that sweet baritone to them. They're, oh, hello and welcome to the evening news type voice, you know, or the soft tonality of like an angel. I know I don't have any of these things, but you know, I think I might have something worth listening to. I think I might have something to say here and there, and hopefully people find it worth listening to and go, you know what, this Joe guy, he's resonating with me a little bit. So if you're out there and you've never tried YouTube because you're scared about it, or you've never streamed because you're worried about it, or maybe you don't make video content, maybe you're an artist who writes or draws or kind of anything, whatever you do that you're creating with your own time and effort, maybe put it out there. I'm not saying you have to. Don't feel bad if you can't or don't want to, but consider it. Consider just doing it and doing it for you. You know, you're creating for you. Don't feel like you have to justify your creations to anyone if you don't want to. Don't feel like anyone has to accept it. Just put it out there and be like, you know what? I made this, and I want to be proud of that. And you should be. Whatever you're making, as long as it's not hurting anyone, you should be proud of what you're doing. You should have fun with it, and do it for you. Don't do it with the hopes of, you know, making a whole big spiel about it. Don't go into it and be like, this is my career now. I choose this as my career. Because no one can really guarantee that. You know, you have to work very, very hard to get a proper career, let alone guarantee that that's the thing you'll do for the rest of your life. I don't think anyone can guarantee that. You can work at it, believe me, but in college I've seen some professors who were like, yeah, I had a friend who was doing this for about 40 years, and they just kind of decided they didn't want to do it anymore. They decided, you know what, I want to be something else. It was adjacent to their field, don't get me wrong, but it was different. One was an English professor, and she did it for, oh goodness, longer than I've been alive, for certain, but likely by a factor of 2. But she, 1 year after I didn't have her, I think it was 1 year or 2 years removed of me, you know, not taking her classes anymore, ended up getting published, wrote a book, and now she's an author. She's like, screw teaching, I'm gonna write. And I can't blame her even one little bit. My class sucked. There are so many stories that I could divulge about what that class gotten up to, what just insane things that go on in, you know, small towns. But for now we'll keep it under wraps. If I hear some rumblings and bumblings that people are interested in what went down, I'll tell you some stuff. Don't worry, none of it reflects poorly on me. Well, I say that. I hope none of it will reflect poorly on me. And some of it is honestly like being 100 wall rain. Okay, we're taking a wall rain threat seriously. They can have ice ball or whatever it is that can stack, kind of like roll out. We don't mess around with wall rains. Wall rains have been the cause for many runs getting ended. Sorry for getting serious on you. But genuinely, with the school stories, some of them are genuinely heartbreaking and terrible. Like, some of the stuff that went on in my school, it's shameful. It's terrible. And I hope that anyone out there, if you are having a hard time with school, like some of the people I saw, please reach out to someone. You know, find someone who will listen. Be it a friend, an adult, you know, someone who works at the school, someone who has no relation to the school, someone who lives close, someone who lives unbelievable miles away. Anyone. Find someone to listen to you, because it's hard. I know it can be hard, and some of the stuff that goes on in schools it's unbelievable. So if you are struggling out there, please be sure to find someone who will listen, because someone will listen at the end of the day. It can't always be some stranger on the other end of a TV, computer, phone screen, whatever you may be listening to this on, but someone will. And it's hard sometimes. We all have our own struggles and strifes, and I won't even pretend to know what you're going through out there if you're going through anything, but some of the people I saw go through school went through some stuff that I can't imagine. And that's not to say I haven't gone through anything, but even still, I may have had a rough hand. I may have had some draws off the deck that were not so great, and a dealer I didn't really agree with, but doesn't mean that I'm comparing my sorrow to anyone else, because you never know what anyone else is going through, and sometimes you see some people go through some stuff that's just terrible. But other than that, incredibly somber note. Please, there was some fun too. Let me try and pull a fun one from the hat if I can find one. Oh, I got one. I'll give you a fun school story just to offset. This is from middle school. And this is one that I just want to put this out there. Like, I know I said a second ago that I'm not going to put out any school stories, but after that really kind of sharp nosedive that got really serious, I want to offset a little bit with some comedy, and know that this is completely real. This happens. And a lot of people I've told this story to, and they're like, I can't believe all these things happen in your school. Anyone who knows the full oeuvre of what's gone on at my school is just like, I don't believe you. There's no way all of these things were allowed to happen, but they were. It was an amazing ride at times, and an amazingly horrible one at others. But one day in science class, we had so the way I can describe this class is all of our classrooms were square, like the same exact size square rooms, like very, very little deviation. Maybe one at the end here. Oh, switching up. Maybe one class here or there had a slightly more rectangular room because it was at the end of a wall or end of a hall or whatever have you, and they didn't know how to spatially plan. Whatever. This room was like an ideal square, And when you walked in the front door of the classroom, on the right side of you there was whiteboard where markers and everything like that. Dead ahead from the door, like straight ahead, was the teacher's desk, and it formed a kind of L shape, a large two-part desk. And her chair sat in the back corner there, and then all of the desks were to the left of the doorway, so like right, obviously facing the whiteboard. But in the back left corner, I don't know why, it was two bookshelves, and these two bookshelves would jut out from the wall and create kind of like, one was backed against the wall, so it was only one side, and then the other one was sticking out from the middle of the wall, and it was a double-sided bookshelf. And in between them was a desk that faced the wall. I can't tell you why. It was an extra desk, and I'm assuming it was meant for study halls, for reading, or whatever have you. But that's not what it was used for in my science class that I had in this room. What it was used for was there's this kid. Now, to protect the innocent, let's say his name is Matt. Now, I'd like to preface by saying I went to school with a Matt. I went to school with two Matts, actually, and neither of them are actually who I'm talking about. If this catches ears of anyone who I went to school with, you know who I'm talking about, and you know it's not Matt. You'd believe it was Matt, but it's not Matt. But let's say it was Matt. Matt will be our punching bag, even though Matt isn't actually the person who did this. So, Matt was, and again, I'd like to mention, it's the Matt I'm making up, not the real Matt. So my straw Matt was a bit of a troublemaker. He liked making noises, he liked acting up, he liked mouthing off to the teachers, and sure, he had his own stuff going on and whatever else, and there's backstory to it, but it doesn't matter. For whatever reason, he liked mouthing off to this teacher especially. And one day, she was like, you know what? Go sit in the library corner. I don't remember what she actually called it, but she's like, go sit in that corner desk. And he was like, cool, you got it. And he sat down, stared at the wall, and just took it. He was like, you got it. Happy to do it. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Put me in, coach. And just looked so pleased to be in this back corner. He was like, yes, I made it. I made it to where I want to be. And we're just loving life back there. And out of nowhere, we get told, like, okay, it's study time, you know, read what you're doing or whatever have you. And the room gets real quiet. And he gets this idea in his head where he's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. But rather than raise his hand behind these bookshelves, because, like, I can't be seen, he does the next best thing. No, it's not get up, in fact. What he does is he quietly scoots his chair back from his desk a little bit, or one of these, the one part desk. Either way, he gets out of his chair very quietly, right? And then gets down on his belly and army crawls. Like, he just starts trudging on the floor, and he's weaving in and out of people's desks, under chairs, coming up to the front of the room. Watch it on in pure disbelief. There starts to be a bit of a titter in the class. People start, like, laughing and making noise, but the teacher doesn't notice, because the teacher just assumes someone's screwing around and she doesn't care. It's towards the end of the day. Why does she have to care about what these dumb kids are doing? And he makes it all the way to her desk and then just shoots up right in front of her, holding his like daily planner that we use for a hall pass as well. And she jumps so far out of her chair, like she had seen a ghost. She's like, oh my god! And he's just like, hey, can I go to the bathroom? And she's like, Matt, what's wrong with you? And he's like, what? I gotta go to the bathroom. And she just, out of pure shock and disbelief, just goes, oh, okay, and signs his planner and lets him go. Oh, man. And, like, again, I don't know what possessed Matt, as it were, to do this. I couldn't even pretend to explain to you his reasoning, his methods. Like, he just was like, I'm going for it, and did it. And it was such a wild day, and Matt was a bit of a troublemaker and would do other stuff like that too. Some were more problematic than others. I'll be the first to tell you that, but no, I just wanted to put that little story out there just as an offset for the more serious tone we took for a bit there. But hopefully, with that, you had a good time, you know, and you took my serious parts to heart, because please do. And you took my less serious parts not to heart, but as being a little less serious, a little bit more fun. And we're coming up on the end of the video here. Actually, we're a little over 33 minutes in, and I think it's about time we call it for just this video. We trained up our boys and girls here. Or boys and girls? What do we got? To a little bit higher. You know, lowest level's 12 now on Bob there. Not too bad. Not too bad. We're still working on getting Steel to evolve. I believe level 16 is where we'll see the Kadabra, which would be great. We'll love that for the team. And next episode, I think we will for sure be out of the cave. I know that this entire episode was just us kind of durdling around in the cave, but really, I'm hoping that you're enjoying the commentary more than riveting and quick gameplay. I know I'm taking my time a little bit, but it's Nuzlocke. I like being careful. But you know, as always, thank you for making it to the end of the video. Thank you for listening in if you have been. hopefully you got a couple laughs out of Matt, as it were, and you know you are enjoying the series. For now, you know, if you haven't, please make sure to subscribe. Would love to have you stick around and watch some more dumb videos with me. Maybe one day we'll learn some more about school antics. I know I have a couple other friends in content creation who definitely know a lot about these stories, so maybe someday down the line as an offshoot video we could do a podcast or some such where we get into the nitty-gritty of unbelievable things that went on in my school. Again, not all of them good, but just unbelievable stuff, and there's a lot to cover there. But that's for the future. For now, if you could leave a like if you like the video, I would love to have that. If you have any crazy school stories, I would love to hear about what went on in your school. Drop them in the comment section, please. Tell me what's going on. Tell me all about it. If you had something funny, you had something sad, or maybe even it's you know, something that just you saw and you're like, I don't know how to feel about it. I'd be happy to hear about it for sure. And you know, if you started any art project or anything like that you were creating that you want to share as well, please let me know about it. You know, you can reach out to me on Twitter. I know it's a plug, but genuinely, at most folks, you can find me Orange Joe there on Twitter. If you find me and you've created anything that you want to share with someone, feel free to tag me in it on there. I should see it. I don't know why I wouldn't. I'm on there. But I'm not posting too terribly much. But if you will post something, you reach out to me on there, I will see it, and I would love to see what you got going on. If it's art, if it's a video, if it's a story you've written, anything, let me know. I would love to see what anyone out there is doing right now. You know, how talented, how much more talented than me you are, because I'm sure it's a lot if you're listening. But, you know, like I said, I've been Orange Joe. Thank you for listening, and don't forget, as always, also to comment down below if you want me to nickname something we see along the way after you. But thank you again for sticking with me to this point. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and wish me luck trying to keep the tone a little bit more consistent going forward. and oh, thank you for my first piece of fan mail. Thank you, me. We'll see you next time. See ya.